Welcome back. You know, there are times when you find a home that's in the perfect neighborhood. It's got many features that you just love. However, there's other features that are missing or damaged that just don't make it quite right. And you want to purchase the home. And wouldn't it be great if you could purchase that home with one loan, where the purchase and the renovation was all rolled into one loan? Well, thankfully, there are multiple programs now you can do that, both the HUD 203K and renovation loans. But the key to success is twofold. One, having a great lender that understands the program, and as or more importantly, having a great contractor who's experienced in the nuances of the program. One of the most experienced in the greater Jacksonville area is Brian Wilson from Coors Contracting, who joins us today. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, Wally. Thanks for having me.
Well, you and I have had the pleasure of consulting and working together on some of these renovation loans, and I got to say, you are as crisp and professional as anyone I've ever dealt with. I really flatter you for that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
A lot of folks, when they're involved in a renovation loan, it could be their real estate agent introduced them to the idea, they met a lender, and it comes time to choose a contractor. Why is it so important to that home buyer that the contractor that's chosen specifically has experience in home renovation type loans?
Yeah, the renovation loan world is just a different process. It's a different animal. It's a different beast when it comes to being a contractor. There's a few different steps that you have to take in working with the lender. So you're working hand in hand with the lender and the buyer. So you're juggling a couple of different things there. So it is critical for that contractor who the buyer is working with to understand that process and know what to expect.
I have not had a negative experience with you, but I've had many negative experiences in that renovation consultant role where the contractor was unfamiliar with the documentation. And the programs are very, very specific in how the documentations are done, how the bids are done, how the follow-up's done, how the verifications are done. And when the contractor doesn't understand that, it's misery for the contractor, and that spills all over the customer. Tell me how the renovation contractor, through the renovation programs, interacts with the consultant to ensure that the buyer and the lender are comfortable so that you can do great work. The other part of that process and the system with the renovation loans is that there is a consultant like yourself involved that really acts as a third party to the contractor and the buyer, and one is there to help the homeowner and verify that the work that we do is complete and completed, to in accordance with the specifications. Yes,
sure. So they're there to help the buyer and the owner in that regard, and they're also there for the contractor to help the buyer or owner understand things that we may be telling them and they might be looking for.
You shared something, Brian. You used a word that comes up in renovation a lot. And you said to the buyer satisfaction, and that's critical.
Sure.
But from the consultant's perspective, it needs to be to the specification. So it's so critical that as that renovation is being prepared, that the lender and the buyer and the consultant and the contractor are using the same words and have the same expectation. So the specification results in the satisfaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you built something perfect to the specification, yet there wasn't a conversation where the customer understood it, it's perfect to the specification, not to the satisfaction. So that dialogue's really important. I am a giant fan of yours, a giant fan of the entire purchase renovation loan program. For people that would like to get to know you a little more or understand more, what's the best way to get a hold of you, Brian?
CourseContracting.com, or you can reach us by phone at 904-612-4544.
I'd like to thank you for being with us, Brian. Brian knows the stuff. I've watched his work. He's an enjoyable guy to be around. I'm glad that you're around, and we'll be right back.